All right, let's try this again once more with feeling, everybody. Welcome to the Black Files. I'm your host, Juan Arouse, and I'm joined by Zayana Rose, Dragonfang, and Jose Casabona. Hi, everybody. Blah, blah, blah.
No.
Yo, just blah, blah. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Because I'm frustrated with the computer, and I want to be done with the ridiculousness of what's happened with all this. Because I was lucky enough to be joined by manage to get an advanced screening of a film that is coming out this Friday. That is, of course, the film that is shown in our thumbnail, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, starring Matt Damon.
Hey, we like Matt Damon, don't we?
Matt Damon.
Oh my goodness, The Odyssey, one of the many great mythological stories ever told in our world history.
Yeah, no, and it's been adapted a gajillion times over and a gajillion times again. But this time we're taking it to the big screen in a way that has never been taken before, in IMAX, with the guy behind Inception. You know, the guy who likes to brainfuck people, and the guy who likes to make people think and wants things to be hyper realistic and shit. So, yay!
With the main star, who made us believe in the Bourne Identity.
Yeah, no, Jose, this is the main star who was also made into a Martian. He was also an angel. He was also a savant Bostonian, so I'm not going to hold it against him. Let's see, what else was he? What else was Matt Damon? He was a soldier that they needed to rescue, and Tom Hanks had to rescue him?
I guess.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. The only time I've ever heard or done anything related to the Odyssey was admittedly in high school. It was one of the assignments that I was working on. Of course, I had to read about it. And as far as entertainment goes, like apart from the books, my only exposure to it is watching the old early 90s classic film of the Odyssey starring Armand Assante playing Odysseus.
Isn't that
which was not bad.
Angel was talking about too. That's the only one that he ever saw.
I don't know.
Okay, because here's what I'm gonna do, guys. Sorry, Jose, you kind of spoke over the girls, by the way. But Zayana, Dragonfang, I'm pretty sure y'all also read the Odyssey or were made to read the Odyssey in school.
Yeah, happily.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, so this is a very well-worn fable. It's a very well-worn tall tale of classical Greek mythology and iconography and all that stuff. You've got Olympians. You've got a hero with a fatal flaw which also happens to be his greatest strength. You have trials, you have side quests, you have character development. You've got a whole bunch of crazy shit that happens in it, and all this was transcribed by some poet named Homer like 2,800 years ago. So,
woohoo!
Wrong Homer.
Don't!
Now, the really fun part about it is I can say this both unironically and ironically at the same time. This will not have any spoilers for the film. However, we are giving an obligatory disclaimer tonight because we are going to be discussing this story of the Odyssey, and elements of the story are going to be brought up about it. So if you're thinking that we're going to be spoiling you in some way, shape, or form, no the fuck we're not. This story...
How long ago was this written again?
Long time ago.
Spoilers! Bitch, this thing is older than you.
Yeah. It was originally
this book is ancient, basically.
It was originally composed in ancient Greek between 725 and 675 BCE.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, this thing is older than Christianity.
Ancient.
It's
ancient.
Not the Doctor. The Doctor's definitely older.
Oh yeah, no, the Doctor's way older.
Yep.
Suffice it to say.
So he gets a pass. He gets a pass.
Oh yeah, he does.
Mhm.
Yeah,
He
so
does.
suffice
But
to
no one
say-
else does.
No, nobody else. No one. Nobody else gets a pass. So, if anyone wants to complain about this being like a big spoiler or whatever, read the fucking book. It's out there. You can do it, and just don't come to me crying if you don't want to freaking read the story or whatever. Then that's your fucking problem. It's older than the fucking Bible.
A lot of people, when they first hear about this, they're like, ugh, this isn't going to be good. And you actually start reading it and you're like, okay, nope, I love it.
Yeah.
Mythology's always
Yeah.
fun to read.
That's because it's
Mythologies
fun.
are amazing.
That's because
Yeah.
it's fun.
Who doesn't love fantasy type shit?
Exactly. So, respectfully,
Who doesn't?
yeah, no, exactly. Who doesn't love a good fantasy story? Who doesn't love a good epic story of trying to overcome?
Who doesn't like a hero's quest?
Yeah. Like, I'll tell you
Yeah,
who.
exactly.
I'll tell you who doesn't like it. People who don't like fun. That's who doesn't like it.
Well, those are the people that we
Those are
politely
people
and
lame.
firmly ask to leave.
And I will tell those people to GTFO, and I will tell them not to give me any bullshit about what we're discussing during this story. So, during tonight's episode. So, kindly shut the fuck up, read a book. It's been out for almost 3,000 years. Get over yourselves. Okay, that's enough spoiling for now. So,
All right, awesome. So, Juancho, please take us away in your Odyssey through the Odyssey.
okay, so here's what I am going to do. What in the hell? This did not load properly at all. Okay. Yeah, no, this didn't load properly at all. No wonder that didn't fucking send anything to me. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I sent you guys a really funny little joke here about having movies with Matt Damon in it. It's basically it basically comes down to the way this works is that this was put up on at I ate my keys, no, Chaos Talk, and I ate my keys on TikTok, and the header of this reads, Hollywood has spent about $2.5 billion trying to figure out where Matt Damon should be. All right, so since I wanted to originally freaking play it, just go through the screens off of my Messenger, and it doesn't want me to do that because Messenger is being dumb to me, I'm just gonna freaking pull it up off of my TikTok page, and get it out of the freaking actual saved thing over here. So the fucking funny little joke on it is that, there are 5 different categories of Matt Damon movies that Hollywood has been coming up with ever since there's been a Matt Damon. So now I gotta fucking find it. Nice going. Great. Let me see. 720. Come on. I'm trying to find this thing. That way we can read it all together, because this is just stupid. And I love it, and I want y'all to be able to enjoy the audacity of this.
Of course.
Because it actually makes fucking sense, and it's dumb, and I love it. Where is it? Come on. Load, damn you. Is that the one? No, it's 720, not 270. Come on. Okay, is that the one? No. Okay, come on. Oh, I scrolled past it. Go fucking figure. I always do that. Here it is. Okay, I can't play the music. Sorry, but it was
Womp womp.
No, it was going to do fucking Scotty Doesn't Know, because of course it does. Okay, so here we go. And I'm gonna share with you guys in the Zoom call so you can see and follow along, because it didn't send it to you properly. That's on Messenger's bad. So these are the fucking. Okay, so category 1, bringing Matt Damon home. So you've got Saving Private Ryan, Interstellar, The Martian, and The Odyssey, which totaled at $593 million. Category 2. Category 2. Where the fuck is it? Come on. I'm trying to fucking no. Stop it. Oh my god, stop. There. So yeah, category 2, send Matt Damon away. So that's a total of $803 million, and you've got movies like Dogma, School Ties, The Talented Mr. Ripley, all of the Bourne movies, Green Zone, Promised Land, the Informant, and Elysium. Let's see here. Next you have... Come on, fucking play. There we go. Category 3, convince Matt Damon to stay where he is, making anywhere between $376 and $384.7 million, saying at some point, Hollywood realized transportation was getting expensive. So,
oh no,
Goodwill Hunting, We Bought a Zoo, The Adjustment Bureau, Downsizing. That's the movie where he was part of a family that decided to shrink themselves to make life more affordable for themselves. Contagion, Stuck on You, and Jerry. Category 4. Wait, is that Matt Damon? Sometimes Hollywood doesn't move Matt Damon. It just hides him in plain sight. He was in Deadpool 2. He was in Thor Ragnarok and Thor Love and Thunder, Finding Forrester, Eurotrip, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, Unsane, Jersey Girl, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, and Drive Away Dolls. And that totaled $725.5 million. All right, and so the official grand total of the geographical management budget for one Mr. Matthew Alejandro Damon coming in between $2.5 and $2.51 billion without double counting the puppet Damon of Matt Damon. So
damn,
that's how much these films cost in total over the decades in which he was freaking in them. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, Hollywood business model. Step 1, send Matt Damon somewhere dangerous. Step 2, spend hundreds of millions of dollars rescuing or relocating him. Step 3, if that fails, convince him to stay where he is. Step 4, hide him under prosthetics in a surprise cameo. And it doesn't show it in here, but step 5, repeat every few years. Please stop moving Matt Damon. The global economy cannot sustain this. And that's before double counting Muppet Damon. Which apparently, you gotta double count Matt Damon because it was Matt Damon playing Matt Damon.
Oh my god.
And you have to, if you really want to know where Matt Damon is, he's in his van with Fiona, and Scotty still doesn't know. Fuck. Okay. I just wanted to share this little infographics series because it's stupid. And I thought that you guys might have enjoyed a nice little cheap laugh about it at Mr. Matthew Damon's expense. Okay, so suffice to say, Matt Damon is box office gold because, while it costs $2.5 billion to make all those movies, how much did all those movies make back? Like, they all made $1 billion of some kind, right?
Yes.
I
think. Yeah.
I wish someone could do an actual number crunch on all that so we could find out how much it was actually made off of Matt Damon. But I digress. That's not the important part. The important part is that Scotty will never know. And, of course, even though I did manage to get to see the Odyssey ahead of time, and like I said, I'm not going to give spoilers on how all of this is structured. A lot of people are already giving up reviews on it because of how, giving their takes on it because of the casting of this film. Just to give you an idea here, let me see. Where did it go? Open. Okay. No, god dang it. Okay, so just to give you guys an idea of the cast of this, there is a whole myriad star-studded cast of characters. It is the kind of big-ass Hollywood film that would have dominated in the golden age in the 50s and 60s and 70s and stuff. Like, all those big productions where you would have well-known and well-recognized names and all this good shit. And that's who was all up in this bitch. And you can see it outlined for yourselves. Of course, Matt Damon himself playing Odysseus, Tom Holland as his son Telemachus, Anne Hathaway is fucking Penelope. The first person that we see in the film, the Greek soldier Sinon, played by Elliot Page, Zendaya playing the goddess Athena, because yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Yes. 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 C. Yes. Robert Pattinson as Antinous. Charlize Theron. I will not tell you who Charlize Theron is. John Bernthal plays Menelaus. Ben Safdie. I do not recognize this fucking guy. Was Agamemnon. The Greek king who gathered all of the forces of the fucking people of the Greek people to go into the Trojan War. That's him. He did that. Let's see.
Nice.
Yeah. Eurylochus, Ryan Hurst, Corey Hawkins. The Eurylochus and Corey Hawkins are two of the suitors. I'll tell you that. Lupita Nyong'o who played Helen of Troy herself. Let's see. John Leguizamo is in there. Fucking of all people, John Leguizamo. Who plays Eumaeus, who's one of the servants to Odysseus in his kingdom in Ithaca. And Samantha Morton as Circe, the witch who, we all know in the story, turns Odysseus' men into pigs, right? So we know that.
Oink, oink.
Yeah, oinky. Let's see here. Anyone else? I will not say who else, because there's else, and all the rest. There we go. Oh yeah, Travis Scotton's in this movie, by the way.
Fuck him.
Yeah, yeah, but at the same time, there's going to be a good explanation as to why he's in it. And I will tell you the explanation for it. This won't be a spoiler, but it's really not that big of a fucking problem. So I'll spill that much for you guys, because that's not, like I said, that's not an actual spoiler here. Do you know from your English classes, do you remember the stuff that they told us about the time in which the Odyssey was made, what storytelling and entertainment was like back then in ancient Greece? Do you remember?
Ooh.
It's been too long.
Okay.
That was high school, man.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Okay. It's real simple. Before stories were written, they were spoken.
Storyteller.
They were verbals. They were poems. They were orated. And you had bards. You had storytellers. You had people who learned these tales and would recite them for people's entertainment, right?
Okay. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Since it's kind of shown in the trailers of the Odyssey, you hear somebody giving the spoken tale of the Trojan War, of the actual Trojan War itself, the war for Troy, and lo and behold, guess who the bard is?
Travis Scott.
Travis fucking Scott.
Ugh.
So,
Right.
haha, we get it. Travis Scott, him being a singer and a rapper and a songwriter, is doing the spoken word, giving the tale of the Trojan War to the people of Ithaca. So, go fucking figure. Ha, very cute. Okay. It's a casting gag, but it's a casting gag that's at the level of Christopher Nolan's intelligence, so you get it.
Fair.
So yeah, that should make some sense there for you guys. And like I mentioned here, this is just how everyone was working out the way this story was playing out. And I will say this much: I'm not going to tell anyone how the 3 acts. And yes, this is pretty much split into 3 acts. You have the setup for the actual tale. You have the story of Odysseus's journey, and then you have the part of the tale of Odysseus returning to Ithaca, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's very similar in structure, on how the actual poem was written, right? Because like even in that time, even in that setup, you had the tale of the Odyssey like split into chapters, and the chapters hop between different people's different settings. So we would see parts of Odysseus' tale going through, but we also see parts of, hey, what's happening back in Ithaca, what's happening with Telemachus and with Penelope, what's happening with the wife that he left behind and the son he never knew.
Okay, POV changes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, perspective changes, and that was written out by Homer, and that was how it was that's how it was taken care of in the actual writing. So, if you want to complain about that in the movie, fucking take it up with Homer. Yeah, no, you fucking can't, because people are dumb. Because people are fucking dumb. So, yeah, from there we've got the yeah. So we've got the whole tale of Odysseus as his path. Well, we know how this worked out. It's the Trojan War went on for 10 years. They had no way of breaking the siege walls of Troy, so Odysseus, being the clever man, he's like, you know what? Never mind. I am going to do a thing. I'm going to trick the Trojans into letting us in. So the only way to open this gate is from the inside. We're going to build them a horse, and we're going to tell them, hey, you win. Here's your trophy. We offer it to your temple inside Troy. Take it in. You won. You see all our boats are gone. You can see we're not on the beach anymore. Bye-bye. Thank you. Good game. So the Trojans take the horse in. They're celebrating, and in the night, Odysseus and his men sneak out of from under the horse's belly and come on out to let the rest of the Greek army in that Agamemnon was fucking goofing with and waiting outside the gates. So, boom, there we go. They laid siege on Troy, and that's that. Okay, so they finish the war. All the Greek army comes back home. Everyone comes back. Odysseus' people didn't get back. Haven't gotten back after the war, and Odysseus himself has been gone for 8 extra years. So
that poor man.
Yeah, that poor fucking man. He took the worst fucking side tracking of all time. It's the original.
This is why people don't like detours.
It's the original Bugs Bunny gag of, I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque.
Yep.
Yeah, and so fucking, like, along the way, Odysseus is fucking taking to an island where they're trying to restock, and they find that there's a Cyclops inside a cave that kind of keeps them prisoner because they're trying to leave, and the Cyclops blocks the cave off. He eats some of Odysseus' men, and then Odysseus tricks the Cyclops into opening the cave and letting them out, and all while having blinded the guy, right? And just to
nobody blinded me.
Yeah, the whole thing. Like,
what's his real name? Nobody.
Nobody. Brothers, help!
That was one of the best parts in there.
I love that part.
That was great.
That was the dumbest fucking thing, and I love it. Polyphemus was the name of the Cyclops. Yes, I have the synopsis of.
This was very smart.
That was very fucking smart, and that was
a very tricky man.
Very crafty. That's the thing of Odysseus. He was praised as the warrior of the mind kind of thing. He was praised as like, I'm not just going to fucking be the strongest.
He was extremely smart.
Indeed. And that's how he won the war. That's how he defeated the Trojans, so that's how he's going to get out. It's by being smarter than the average bear, right? Fucking whatever. So, we fast forward here, and just because he could not help himself, as they were leaving, he boasts and says, like, oh, hey, by the way, Odysseus of Ithaca is the motherfucker that beat you. Ha ha ha, you can't stop me. And he doesn't realize...
And he's cocker.
Yeah. He got cocky. And it just so happens that Polyphemus...
That came back to haunt him.
Oh, big time. Because the Cyclops' daddy just, like, he went crying for his daddy. Unfortunately for Odysseus and his men, his daddy was Poseidon, king of the seas.
You don't fuck.
Yeah, you don't fuck with the sea.
You don't fuck with the sea. You don't fuck with Poseidon.
Yup.
No, you
If
don't.
you had kept quiet, none of that would have happened.
It is fucking horrible. Oh, and fucking Odysseus, he's like, okay, my men, we found a different island where we can restock. It'll be okay. I know that we've taken a little bit longer, but this time will be different. We'll go onto this island and we'll restock it. What do you mean there are giant cannibals?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What the fuck are these things? Laestrygonians? What the fuck? Or a tribe of man-eating giants. They're said to have sprung from Laestrygon, son of Poseidon. Go fucking figure.
Surprise!
Yeah, and these fucking guys all myrtleize and eat a good chunk, like 2/3 of Odysseus' men, so only one boat's worth of men manages to escape. So that's a problem. They go onto a different island, and they're like, hey, no, this is going to be a fucking problem. We're running out of food fast, and we need to get the fuck home. Odysseus, this is your fucking fault. Dudes, it's okay. I'm smarter than the average bear. I will get us home. It's not that far. What the hell? So they're like, okay, we're going to go ahead, and we're going to see if there's any food around. Odysseus, we don't trust you. We want you to stay here where with the boats. Okay, fine. I'll go ahead and I'll also try hunting for food for us anyway, in case you don't do anything. Whatever. Fuck y'all. Odysseus' men find a nice little cottage, a nice little house, and there is a whole banquet of food laid out for them. They start picking in, and the lady Circe shows up. And it's like, oh goodness, men, you haven't, I had no idea you were in such trouble and you needed so much help. Here, by all means. There's nothing suspicious about a completely, perfectly laid out buffet platter. I'm not going to do anything crazy on you. And no, it's Circe. She's the one who turns them into pigs. Odysseus, and then Odysseus fucking, tricks Circe into returning them into their human forms. By using a magic herb, and he then freaking tells them to, we need to get back home, and that's where Circe's like, okay, you're going to travel to the edge of the Oceanus, you're going to travel to the edge of the world, where the living and the dead can converge. You'll offer a sacrifice, and then the dead will speak with you. So he gets to the dead, and Sinon, the soldier that Elliot Page plays, is the one who tells him, hey, buddy, you were supposed to take us all home. You even tricked me, and I had done nothing for you. Nothing to you. What the fuck? So he's like, dudes, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get us home. I'm smarter than the average bear. Okay, well, listen carefully. Do me a fucking favor. You didn't bury us. You didn't bury me. You didn't fucking bury any of our men that were lost ashore or whatever. Fucking, honor us properly when you get home. And in the meantime, fuck you. How dare you? And he also speaks with, Odysseus also speaks with Agamemnon. And even gets to see Achilles. Yes, he gets to see Brad Pitt, but no, there's no Brad Pitt in this film. There's no Achilles in this movie. All right? Sorry, but Achilles doesn't appear. And so Agamemnon tells him, hey, you're going to need to do this in order to get home. You're going to need to make sure that you get home carefully because I was met with betrayal, and that's why I'm dead, even though I got back home before you. And he's also told by the spirit of the prophet Tiresias that he would return home, but he must take a very specific path. He needs to go past the Cove of the Sirens, and he needs to go past the Whirlpool and the island of that belongs to the sun god Helios, or what's the fucking the other name? Apollo?
Apollo, yeah.
Name.
Apollo.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Helios being the sun god in there. So this island is holy to Helios, and it's right past his whirlpool. You need to get past these guys and past this whirlpool. And if you're gonna take rest on the island, you can take rest, but you cannot eat any of the livestock there. You cannot eat any of the animals. They are sacred. You will die. You will be cursed, and all your men will not be allowed to leave alive. Okay, sure, but beware the sirens, because their sirens call will lure your sailors away, and they'll be gobbled up, right? So Odysseus, being smarter than the average bear, tells his men, hey, here's some beeswax, plug up your ears. Odysseus lets himself hear their song, and he's tormented and like, hey, let me out, I want to go there, and fucking no. One of his men doesn't listen to him, swims off to the beautiful sirens, and they gobble him, right? And from there, they pass through the whirlpool and towards a small, like, past a small island. Like, oh hey, no, we got to go through we're gonna need to use the whirlpool to get past. Like, Odysseus, we don't trust you. Our men have been dying at your command. We'll steer closer to the island. Guess what? There's a giant multi-headed monster named Scylla that gobbles up 6 of his men. And Odysseus was told about it.
The gasp.
Yeah. So it's also fucking it's basically just like, hey, these guys are fucking themselves by either giving in to their own temptations or not trusting their leader to know what the fuck he's doing. And he even fucking tells them, hey, don't eat the cattle. Helios will curse us, and we're not going to be able to get back home alive. And for the longest time, you'd think that the men would be listening, but they didn't. They ate the sacred cattle that belonged to Helios, and all of his men are swept up, and Odysseus washes ashore to the island of Egogia, and where he is taken hostage by Calypso. Right? So that's how it fucking happens. And all the while that he's been with Calypso for like 7 or 8 years or whatever, fucking Penelope has been pushing back against other suitors who want to fucking marry her and take the throne. She doesn't want to marry any of these guys. She wants Odysseus. She wants her man back. And Telemachus is like, but I'm a big boy. I can be the leader. He's like, okay, but I still want your father, and you're not old enough for the throne because you're still a kid and you don't fucking know anything. I'm smarter than you, and I'm older than you. You need to do as I say. So fucking Telemachus is like, but I can help and I can save our father. I can go out and find out. Like, no, we're not going to do anything. Your father's gonna show up here, and once he's home, he'll kick all these suitors out of our palace, and we'll be a happy family again. So from there, he's fucking Odysseus is rescued, or he's told to be released. Odysseus makes it back home. He disguises himself as an elderly beggar. He fucking works to try and get back to his house, but he hears from John Leguizamo's character, Eumaeus, the swine herder, that, hey, Telemachus went out and he's going to be ambushed by assassins that the suitors sent out, because if there's no prince, there's no one to take the throne, and they could just take Penelope for themselves. So Odysseus goes to rescue his son. Fucking they come back to Ithaca together, and Odysseus proves that he's not just some old elderly beggar. He proves that it's really him, and he decides to kick some ass and murder the suitors, right? And the way he does this is because Penelope announces that, okay, she's finally ready to remarry, and the way it's going to work is that whoever can string Odysseus's hunting bow and shoot an arrow straight through 12 axes that we have set up, he will be my new husband, and he will take my hand in marriage. All the suitors fail. Odysseus, being the only one who can string his bow, does it, flings it, and starts slashing the shit out of everybody. Calamity ensues. He rescues his wife, and Odysseus and Penelope are reunited, and it feels so good. The end, right?
Right.
That's the story. I don't want anyone giving me any fucking complaints, because if you've been in any sort of fucking school system, at some point or another you came across this story. So I don't want anybody giving me any bullshit. Right? Okay, are everybody clear here? I just gave you the short version.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
The short version.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. So,
and like you said, it's not a spoiler. It's actually these are the events that actually happen in the story.
3,000 years ago, people. 3,000 years. Well, 2,800 years. 2,800 years. Fuck y'all. I don't care.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
But the fucking point is, this shit is a known tale. Like, what's your face? The one that you talked about, that you saw with Armand Assante, who played Odysseus. Even that one wasn't, like, was that inaccurate to how I described it, Jose? At all?
No, there were no inaccuracies. It was beat for beat exactly how it was portrayed back in the early '90s adaptation.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. There's no other extra fucking things. There's no other fucking goofly foofs. And in the original tale, you have
Goofly foofs. That's a good one. Continue.
The point I'm making is that fucking trying to fucking say that, like, in the time throughout all this, you have the intervention of the Olympian gods. You have Zeus, you have the messenger Hermes, you have Poseidon, you have Athena, who is Odysseus' patron goddess, you know, because she's the goddess of wisdom. So he considers himself, you know, like the cleverest of the bunch. So she rewards his wisdom, and he, you know, does so by continuing to be clever and shit, right?
Of course, yes.
Now, what do we know about how Christopher Nolan tells stories? What do we know? Ladies.
I'm blanking.
Okay.
Again, it has been a while.
Okay. Let me help spill this out here for you. Christopher Nolan's signature has almost always been hyper realism, right? Oh, and here's everybody in the chat. I was wondering what the hell was happening here, that I couldn't see people's messages in the chat here. There's Joe. There's Lisa Boo. Let me see who else is up in this. Jackie Swan. Who's this? Okay, yeah, Jackie Swan. Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the Black Files. And Lisa Boo, thank you, by the way, for having been an inner flocker for 40 months.
Yay!
Ooh.
Thank you for that. We appreciate it. Yeah, just God's doing God things. You know she still exists, by the way. Who, Athena? Or are we talking about, like, Calypso? Because she was stuck on an island forever, and she fell in love with a guy, and she decided to hold him hostage and shit. Because she was so goo-goo gaga over him. I don't know, but that's a different thing. So we get it here. That, like, this is all, like, how do the gods intervene in the lives of man, and how does man also intervene in the lives of the gods, or how do these intertwine? How much fantasy does Christopher Nolan engage in his works? Like, how, like, fantastical are the stories that he tells? Not that fantasy driven, are they?
No, they're not, actually. It's a lot more. He leans heavily onto the realism when it comes to directing his movies. The prime examples, the obvious examples, actually, are, as you mentioned earlier, Inception and the entire Batman Dark Knight trilogy.
Right. He goes in with, like, fucking, he goes in with stuff of, like, hey, how can we be tell this stuff in a realistic way? How can I tell that there's a realistic story for Batman? You know, like we have fucking Ra's al Ghul, who is a dude in the comics who fucking dips himself into the Lazarus pit that lets him rejuvenate and revitalize his strength and make himself young again. Fucking in the movie, what did he do with him? He was still a mortal man. You know, Liam Neeson played him, right? And
Yes.
what was the fucking line that he told him? And when he revealed himself as Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins, it's like, wait a minute, no, you're not Ra's al Ghul. I watched him die. But
is Ra's al Ghul immortal? Are his methods supernatural?
And Bruce even telling him, or are they just cheap parlor tricks to cover your true identity, Raz? And it's like, it's like, hey, no, there's the mysticism surrounding Ra's al Ghul because it was shown that Ken Watanabe's character in Batman Begins, the bald dude who looks like Ra's al Ghul, it was billed that he was the actual one. But plot twist, surprise butt sex, it was actually Liam Neeson's character who recruited him in the League of Shadows. And, like, there is no mystical mumbo-jumbo. It's really a man part of a legacy of leaders of the League of Shadows, and he keeps a body double. He keeps, like, a decoy or whatever. Fucking... And even in The Dark Knight Rises, we're like, oh, hey, Bruce is having a hallucination, and what is fucking... like, what is he doing while he's imprisoned by Bane? And he's dangling while his neck is realigning, while his back is realigning from being broken. He has like he has a little hallucination of Ra's al Ghul, Liam Neeson, like basically gloating at him, like, haha, you fucking lost, you fucking suck, Gotham will be destroyed, and I warned you, and I told you I was immortal, I told you that my will would be carried on. And it's like, no, that you mean that he's like your son, that Bane was born in this prison. Like, that yes, he's an heir who will ensure that the League of Shadows' work is done and that it's concluded. That shit. Even that can be explained by, that's not really a ghost. There are no such things as ghosts in this version of the Batman world. That's just Bruce's mind fucking with him. Because A, he's in a shitload of pain, and B, he's in a shitload of grief because, oh fuck, I'm not there and Gotham is in trouble and I'm gonna fail. That shit. Right? So, how does a guy like Christopher Nolan, who does that, who takes stories like doing Oppenheimer, where you have like the telling of how Oppenheimer created J. Robert Oppenheimer created the nuclear bomb, and he also does stuff with like Inception, but he mentions in the story, like, yeah, there's a hyper-realistic like machine with a chemical compound that lets people combine our fucking dreams together and have a shared dream state. Like, hey, that's not really possible in that, like, it's okay, like, that's just a black box device. Don't worry about it. That isn't what's actually happening. But when you're having dreams, you know how in dreams things shift around and it doesn't always feel like this way. And sometimes the geometry of where you are can be shifted. And sometimes you have lucid dreams where if you realize that you're actually dreaming, you can control it. That's the stuff that is explored. And how can we go in deeper and all that shit. That's the shit that Christopher Nolan fucking does in his stories. How does he take that gap and go into Greek mythology with the Olympian gods interceding in this shit and having a giant and having fucking cannibal giants and having cyclopses and having a giant fucking multi-headed monster fucking come through and like gobble his men, and there are beautiful sirens who gobble his men, and like so many of his men getting fucking like lost or killed or beheaded on the way as Odysseus is trying to make his way back to Ithaca. And the answer that Christopher Nolan comes up with, I cannot tell you, because that would be an actual spoiler of the movie.
Oh my god.
However, I will say, once you piece it together, once you actually start asking this question of why the fuck is this guy, who everything has to be realistic for him, why the fuck is this guy doing a Greek mythology movie? Once you put that shit together, everything starts falling into place for you. And if there was a way for me to pay for Zayana, Dragonfang, Jose, and Angel to all go see it in the theaters, I would do it like that. Because y'all fucking deserve to see it. It's 3 hours long because it's fucking Christopher Nolan.
Of course.
Mhm.
That's to be expected.
But it's good. It is
Also,
so
I
fucking
want
good.
hang on a minute, Wancho. I want to stop you right there because I want to make one little correction, and this is a correction on myself. The Odyssey was not a movie; it was a miniseries, and it was released in 1997.
Oh my god, semantic schmantics, mini-series, made for TV movies. Freaking, who else was it? Armand Asante, fucking whatever, man. Fucking...
Vanessa Williams was also in it.
Wait, who does she play? Was she...
Calypso.
Okay, I see that. Yeah.
Also the late Sir Christopher Lee.
What the fuck? Let me see here. Hang on. Television miniseries. Let me see here. Fucking seriously? He was in this as a Tiresias. Oh god. Okay. Never mind. Fuck. Burnett Peters was Cersei? So Broadway freaking Songbird was Cersei the Witch. Fuck. Yeah, no, see, like, this is the fucking Odyssey Jose's talking about. Yeah, Calypso, there's all these guys. Eurymachus, Menelaus by Nicholas Clay. Oh my god. He actually looks like he's made of clay. Look at this fucking headshot of this dude. Dear god. No. Ladies, look at the headshot of this guy, Nicholas Clay. You see it?
Okay.
Yeah, no, he looks like he came out of a fucking wax museum.
He doesn't look
Yeah,
real.
okay. He almost looks like Willy Wonka.
Kind of
I
scary.
mean,
ain't
you're
it?
not wrong.
Ugh.
God damn it. See, you've got the Olympian gods here. You got Poseidon, Polyphemus. This guy played the fucking giant, apparently. Hermes, and, Hector from the Trojan War. Where else? Who was Athena? There's Nausicaa. There's another Olympian there for you. Oh, Isabella Rossellini was Athena. Yeah, and fucking... Yeah, you've got the gods in this. This guy was fucking Agamemnon, the Lord of Greece. And I guess this dude, Alan Stenson, when he was younger, he was a kid. I guess he fucking played Telemachus, the son.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Because, again, this was in 1997.
Okay, so... I fucking get it. So, you mean to tell me Armand Asante, the guy who was Rico in Judge Dredd, the guy who was like Sylvester Stallone's clone twin brother or whatever, why is this loading Sylvester Stallone's face? Is Sylvester Stallone that embarrassed? Look, like, here's a face, like, but it doesn't fucking load at the Judge Dredd thing. Seriously? Really? Everyone else fucking loads? Fucking load yourself, man. What are you, scared? All of a sudden, Sylvester Stallone's scared. Whatever, that's not the point. So you mean to tell me this dude played Odysseus? He also did the fucking apparently the John Gotti movie, Two for the Money, Don Q, I the Jury.
It was also American Gangster, which I just recently saw. It was actually really good.
Fatal Instinct and Striptease, Private Benjamin, The Mambo Kings. What the fuck? That was him? Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, Armand Asante's got an excellent fucking resume. So I guess I can't really hold it against him to judge him by one of his worst works. To say, oh, that's no Odysseus. Like, no, okay. I guess it's pretty Odysseus of him. Fucking whatever. See, there's the fucking multi-headed monstrosity that gobbled his men on the island, the Scylla. Anyway, but that's not the point. The point is, like, there's so many different fucking spaces of this stuff, and the way that Matt Damon plays him is pretty straightforward. As a matter of fact, one of the big gripes that people have with Christopher Nolan's version of the Odyssey, none of the actors speak with anything other than an American accent. Everyone specifically is speaking with an American accent. Tom Holland is with an American accent. He's as British as they come. Fucking who else is non-British? Charlize Theron's character. She plays with an American accent. So yeah, and it's like who else who else is in this shit? Come on, show me. There we go. Shit, I gotta see the casting. Yeah, Lupita Nyong'o. She's not American, if I remember correctly. She's okay. Yeah, so she's Kenyan Mexican, but she still speaks with an accent here. Mia Goth is in this movie. She's a British actress, but she's speaking with an American accent. Every single one of these people, regardless of their original nationality, Robert Pattinson, he's British, speaks with an American accent. It sounds like he sounds like Edward Cullen, for fuck's sake. But that's still weird. So people are complaining about that. And,
hang on tight, Spider Monkey. Continue.
Yeah, sure. Let's say that he says that to Telemachus. Let's see how that works.
Oh my god. Well, you know what? Let me cut you off for just a little bit, Juancho, because I am looking at a little bit of good news about the Odyssey. I'm looking at the numbers right now. It's expected to open. Yeah, no, it's expected to hit open at $100 million on opening weekend, and yep, and it's certified fresh, 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
Bum, 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 bum. Hang on, let me close this freaking thing. Okay. Let me see here. No, I don't want that. Okay. Confirm my choice. There. Yeah, 96% actually right now on Rotten Tomatoes. And I have the tomato meter up. And people are like fucking still losing their gagas over it because, oh, that's not a real score. That's just the critic score. What's really important is the audience score. Okay, then what about the audience score also taking it? Oh, that's not what's really important. The audience score is dumb. People don't know what they want. It's the critic score. So it's only the score that the only score that matters is the one that agrees with you. Is that it?
Yep.
And if neither of them agrees with the person's point of view, that's when they go like, oh, well, it's just a dumb website anyway. Who cares about Rotten Tomatoes anymore? Like, you fucking do. Because you're freaking pulling up a stink over it. So somebody fucking cares. Thank you for caring, dumbass. So no, there's gonna be fucking people who are going to be pissing and moaning about the Odyssey. And another fucking reason why people are pissing and moaning at it is not just the way it's being. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Really? BBC is asking me to fucking do a subscription now to read that fucking thing? Fuck you. Oh my god.
Fuck them Brits.
Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can do a little bit of, just do a little bitty bit of,
I refuse to give British Broadcasting Channel my subscription. They can take a giant pile of spotted dick and shove it right up their arse.
I agree. I agree completely. That's why I'm pulling up, thanks to the magic of the Wayback Machine, and I don't give a fuck. The BBC article, it came out on June 27th. It was written out by, where's the fucking writer's name on it? Oh, by Nicholas Barber. The headline on it reads, Why the Odyssey Has Caused So Much Controversy. So, thank you, Wayback Machine, and fuck you, BBC, you're not getting my money. Give us back Doctor Who. Put Doctor Who back on the air, and then I'll consider it. All right, so Christopher Nolan's last film, the Oscar-winning Oppenheimer, was about the invention of the atomic bomb and the ethics of killing tens of thousands of civilians in global conflict. All things considered, he must have thought that his next film would be a lot less controversial. After all, the Odyssey is based on Homer's ancient poem about warriors and kings, gods and monsters. What is there for anyone to grouse about? The height of Polyphemus the Cyclops? The wood used to make the Trojan horse? Well, maybe not. But it turns out that people have groused about pretty much everything else. The Odyssey, released in July, has become the most contentious film of the year, a lightning rod for all kinds of political and cultural grievances. What is about swords and sandals fantasy epic that's so upsetting. For starters, people are being stupid about the fact that there are about the casting choices because people are fucking stupid. Much of the grumbling has consisted of conservative fears that the film might be too liberal. Not everyone approved when Nolan hired a transgender actor, Elliot Page, and a rapper, Travis Scott, to play a so far unidentified male character and the poet Demodicus, respectively. People have also objected to his choice of black actress Lupita Nyong'o to play Helen of Troy, described by Homer as white-armed. Wolfgang Petersen's Homer adaptation, Troy, which was in 2004, loosely inspired by the Iliad, didn't have a vocal fan base a year ago, but recently it's held up on some on social media as superior to Nolan's, at least in its casting of Brad Pitt as Achilles and Diane Kruger as Helen. One right-wing blogger, Matt Walsh, by the way, Matt Walsh is a dumbass. Never listen to any opinion by Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh is a fucking dumbass, and he's a racist, bigoted sack of shit. If you take Matt Walsh's words directly, literally, or seriously in any way, shape, or form, do not expect me to ever respect your opinion on anything ever. Matt Walsh is stupid, and if you like him, so are you. There you go. That's my rant about it. Declare that Nolan has cast a woman of Kenyan heritage as Helen because he was afraid of being called a racist. He didn't offer evidence of Nolan's supposed fears, and indeed the vast majority of the cast is white. But that didn't stop Elon Musk from chiming in with his agreement. Because we have to know the important opinion of the space baby dick rocket man, who just so happens to also be a supporter of eugenics. Yeah, sure. His opinion matters. Some on social media in response accused Walsh and Musk of being bigoted. Others took a more scholarly approach. Professor Daniel Mendelsohn, whose translation of Homer's poem was published last year, said at the UK's Hay Festival in May that he was amused by all of these bros suddenly worrying about Greek literature. According to a report in the Telegraph, Mendelsohn said, quote, "What's so funny is that Helen has the tiniest role in the Odyssey, so the debate is particularly silly. She literally doesn't have much of a role in the story. She's not really there for anything of the story. You want Helen of Troy? Go read the Iliad. You get plenty of Helen there, for what it's worth, and she doesn't really have that much to do in that story either." Let's see here. But he proposed that Nyong'o's casting was, quote, "consonant with the concern of the Troy myth, which is how to think about beauty. I think Nolan's choice of this very beautiful actress, who happens to be African, lands you squarely in the middle of a very old discussion. I wonder whether we have become inclined to treat mythological material as though it were historical material," said Professor Susan Deasy. In Elle magazine, Nyong'o gave her own pithy response to the attacks. "This is a mythological story," she said. "Our cast is representative of the world. But some people have pointed out that isn't wholly true, lamenting the lack of Greeks among the actors. Greeks have been left out by Hollywood, again with no explanation from our foundational mythologies and epics," quote unquote, wrote a Greek-British journalist, Chris Kontu, in The Guardian. "If your film sets out to represent the world, wouldn't it be obvious to fill one space at this large, wonderfully multicultural table with the people who are most authentically connected to its source?" Not every criticism of the Odyssey has been explicitly conservative then. When the first trailer was released in December, people sniped at the dark armor worn by Agamemnon, played by Benny Safdie, resembling Batman's costume, and that Odysseus' boat looked like a Viking ship. And the implication being that films with giants and witches in them should nonetheless be as true to life as possible. And I wonder whether we've been, so inclined to mythological material as though it was historical material, said Professor Susan Deasy, the author of The Greek Gods and Their Worlds, tells the BBC. Yet the Odyssey is continuously being reimagined, with pretty well every age producing its own Homer. And this is what I mentioned earlier, the fuss about none of them having any accents on here. Another fuss was that we heard to use American accents and modern colloquialisms. Exhibit A was Tom Holland saying, "My dad is coming home," in his Spider-Man voice, instead of intoning "father" in a manner befitting of the Royal Shakespeare Company. It sounds like they're trying to have an epic conversation on the sidewalk outside of the Starbucks, cracked one commentator. The commenter, "It felt so out of place," said another. "I'm hoping the dialogue isn't too contemporary and pulls the viewer out of the period." Period of what? 2,800 years ago? Fucking maybe, even? Because the whole thing of the story of the Iliad and the Odyssey was considered ancient even back then. So it even predates when it was first transcribed and written. So what the fuck are people over here like, oh, they're speaking too modernistic. Like, okay. And this actually something, and I'll tell you guys this. I did go and watch the Odyssey with my man Andy Signor, who was very kind to invite me with him Monday night. Shout out to Andy Signor, the Lord and Ruler of the Popcorn Planet. So I even brought this up with him. Like, people were talking about this exact complaint, and I brought this up. Jose, ladies, Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet.
Okay.
It was filmed as if it was modern day somewhere in California in the fair city of Verona, right?
That shit was great.
The swords that everyone fought with were 9mm, like, fucking Desert Eagles of Doom, right?
And they were labeled as swords.
Yeah,
I loved it.
But how was everyone speaking? They were delivering the original classic Shakespearean dialogue. That wasn't updated. Everything else was updated. Everything else was stylized and brought forward to a modern tone. This
exactly
is the reverse of it. It's the opposite way. And it's done so in a way that's actually still tactful and still gets to the point of the stories, so that people can actually feel what's being said. Because the Odyssey was translated out from ancient Greek over to, like, however many fucking languages across the world. I don't know fucking how many. And the only reason we're even able to fucking read it is because of, like, the translations on this shit. Am I making sense?
No, you are making very much sense, my friend.
Like, I hope I'm not, talking crazy pills, because what the fuck? Like, it does, not everything has to be with proper fucking accents of a time period that nobody fucking existed to fucking be able to fucking have the actual thing on it. Would these folks have been happier if everyone spoke in, like, some fucking version of ancient Greek and everything being subtitled? Would that have been better? Or would people have just complained about that being too pretentious and too fucking, with so much emphasis on fidelity to the original source that it disconnects from the audience. It feels too fucking ancient or whatever. The same fucking people that are complaining about it now, I guarantee you, would make that opposite complaint just to be contrarian fuckwads. Mark my fucking words. So, right, ladies? Like, we're fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, people just like to complain just to complain, and they're never going to be happy.
Because they have nothing better to do.
They have nothing. Nothing fucking better to do. And, yeah, no, like, the fucking poster that you see of Agamemnon in this movie, the actual poster of it, let me see here. It's like, he looks like he's larger than everyone else, and his armor and his everything on him is super dark blue. His helmet has the biggest fucking horsetail mohawk thingy, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know what it's called. And it's got, like, gold accents going down the back.
Main character syndrome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's Agamemnon.
You gotta pick them out of a crowd very easily.
Yeah. See, that's exactly it. And I'll even show you in the Who's It here one more time. Like, this is what they're talking about when they're saying that that he looks too Batmanish or whatever. That.
See, because of the dark gray silver.
Yeah.
But other than that, no.
Yeah, no, and like they even say, like, he's fucking what do you call it? Oh, he's like so much taller and so much bigger, because that's how Odysseus viewed Agamemnon. Like, Agamemnon, he's like beholden to him because Agamemnon's calling for war and he's summoning all the Greeks to join him in order to wage this war, like, against the people of Troy and shit. Like, forget about the actual man underneath the actual helmet or whatever the fuck. That's not what's important. The reason why Agamemnon looks like this, and because in this fucking photo, in the over here on the right side, that's Odysseus. That's him after having bowed and knelt before Agamemnon and him standing before him. Agamemnon's fucking eyes are blacked out. You see this shit?
Yeah, I see
That
it.
makes him look mysterious and powerful. I like it.
Yeah, it's black.
Really well done.
It's silhouetted out. And Odysseus is almost a whole head shorter than him, thanks to the magic of forced perspective or whatever. But that is how Odysseus, who is a loyal soldier, a loyal warrior, and he is loyal to Agamemnon, who united the Greeks, and said, no, like, this is how I submit to the king of the Greeks. This is how I submit to Agamemnon. So yeah, he's gonna look like fucking bigger than life to Odysseus, because that's how he fucking considers him. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
I was going to say, you are not taking crazy pills, Wancho. It's okay.
Jackie Swan had to go. Good night, Jackie Swan. Thanks for the breakdown and no spoilers. Bye for now. Thank you, Jackie Swan. I appreciate that. I hope you have yourself a good night there. And like the other big fucking complaint that folks have is the fact that they actually have that they're wearing full-plated, quoted body armor. Like, oh, that's not historically accurate to what the ancient Greeks would have worn. They would have worn like leather, or they would have worn lighter armor than that. And this is like, I don't hear you motherfuckers complaining when Brad Pitt and Eric Bana were fucking fighting and dressed in the same fucking way. Oh wait, no, they were wearing actual metal armor in that fucking movie, and I don't hear you fuckers complaining about that. So what
was this one the were you talking about the gods of Egypt thing?
No, I'm talking about Troy.
Oh.
Brad Pitt, Eric Bana, and Orlando Bloom in that film. It came out in 2004. This film, these fucking guys.
Oh yeah, that film. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were wearing metal armor. Achilles, Brad Pitt, he had this leather version of it, and then over it he had the metal plate armor on top of it. Nobody fucking raised a single fucking peep then. So what the fuck? And yes, Orlando Bloom, he played Paris, who was the idiot brother of Eric Bana's character. I can't forget.
Okay, but it's Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
Yum.
I mean, yeah, he was the. I mean, of course. I mean, it's still Orlando Bloom. I'm not going to argue about people going goo goo gaga over him. That wasn't even it. Like, yeah, okay, I get it. He's gonna fucking be a lady snatcher. Which he is, because he's...
he looks good in every single role that he plays.
Yes, he does, and I won't argue that. And he's the little baby brother of Hector, who was Eric Bana, and he's the one who stole Helen of Troy away, who stole Helen away from Agamemnon, and started the war in the first place. So, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I see that happening. I understand. But nobody was bitching and moaning about the fucking plate armor back then. So why the fuck are they bitching and moaning about the the leatherized plate armor here? I don't
I know why.
Because people are stupid.
No, because you notice how a lot of people are complaining more about movies, saying, "Oh, it's too woke" and all that stuff. So they're just going to point out every single inconsistency that they think that they can. Just because.
Yeah.
Because they have no life.
That.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's it too, because that's literally the only fucking thing that that I can imagine also.
People don't understand the meaning of the word woke. They just throw it around. It's lost its meaning.
And they fucking said that about, like, Elliot Page playing some character. They said it about Lupita Nyong'o playing a character in the film. Like, oh, that's not really historical. You just want a black lady because you're trying to be woke. And what's this trans person doing in this movie? Why is this person playing a boy? That was supposed to be a girl. You shouldn't have her do, like... Have you seen Elliot Page, by the way?
Yes.
I've seen pictures of Elliot Page recently.
Yeah. I'm jealous of his fucking abs. Oh my god. How fucking dare this boy? How dare this motherfucker? Let me see here. What was it? Boxing. Yeah, this was a fucking... Where is it? Moving. Look at this motherfucker. Look at this fucking guy. Look at those abs of death.
How?
Look at those deathly abs of death he's got. How fucking dare you? I don't care if he's got a vagina or if he's got a pedong in between his legs. He's got more musculature than I could ever hope to have, and how dare
He's got
he?
abs for days.
Abs for
You can
days.
grate cheese with those abs.
Yeah, I could grate Parmesan off those abs, like happily.
Oh yeah.
And then he'll just be mad at me, like, dude, personal space, get the fuck off. Can I keep my cheese though? No, that cheese is mine. Motherfuck, he stole my Parmesan. God damn it, Elliot Page. Like, that's the fucking thing that I'm pissed about, is how fucking jacked and ripped he is. And I don't give a damn what anyone else has fucking said. He's fucking been getting himself in insanely good shape, and the fact that he's got this under that same flat Greek armor that everyone else was wearing in the movie, I'm like, y'all better be fucking thankful that he didn't fight, or that he's, like, not doing a big thing, because I would be more pissed off if he didn't win against anyone in a fight because of how jacked he is. Jesus Christ. That's the actual thing that I'm fucking pissed about. And the fact that he's comfortable enough to show himself with no boobs, he got his and he got his, like, breast tissue completely removed, completely restructured so that it's properly, like, masculine for himself. Yeah, no. I'm like, okay, no, I'm good. I'm gonna take my gloves off. You can have that. Thank you. Goodbye. I'll just take the fight. Like, you're contractually obligated to stay in the fight here. Fine. Just punch me in the face and get it over with. Thank you. I'll fucking take a powder if it means I don't have to put up with being on the opposite side of the ring with this guy. Because that is scary strong. That is scary ripped. Abs for days, motherfucker. That's the actual thing that I think all those stupid, like anti-woke guys are pissed off about when it comes to Elliot Page, is the fact that none of them will ever be as ripped as him. Like, seriously, look at all the fucking stupid, like, movie critics and the stupid right-wing dudes. They're all either schlubby fat asses who are bigger than me, or they're just flimsy little cowardly fucking nobodies who have to hide behind a veneer of, like, looking masculine by growing beards that make them look like real boys. And even those they don't fucking look at right. I'm looking at you, by the way, Matt Walsh. By the way, Matt Walsh, you're a dumb sack of shit. Your beard is stupid. You dress stupid, and anyone who listens to you is also stupid. So fuck you, Matt Walsh. But that's not what's important.
Don't give him the exposure by mentioning his name.
Oh no, it's okay. He exposes himself plenty when his name is mentioned. Ha! Sexual harassment allegation. Anyway, but that's not the point. The point is Elliot Page being cast as a soldier in a Greek epic. I buy that. I don't care what anyone else says. The one thing that does tick me off is that when he showed up at the Odyssey red carpet, the actual outfit that he wore, this one is the one that he wore here. And while it is a very nicely cut suit, it's just my personal opinion on this. I'm not anyone's stylist. I'm not anyone else's fucking thing. But that suit jacket feels a little bit big for him. It feels a little bit baggier for him. So I would imagine that he would have had it cut a little tighter around the waist area here. Bring it in a little bit. That way, when he's got it actually buttoned up, it conforms a little more and it brings it out. It doesn't make it look like he's hiding inside his suit jacket. You know, that's just me. That's just me giving an opinion of men's fashion wear, and I'm saying this because
you were just being. I mean, that's just, little detail thing. I mean, he still looks great.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Fucking, he looked great.
You're just being a little critical about the attire itself.
Yeah, like the actual suit, the actual full ensemble. It's excellent. It's great. It's awesome. The tie's too long though, and the suit jacket's too big. And so if he got that slim down, bring the tie up to snuff, and here it was. I'm guessing is that the rest of the suit jacket and the trousers that went with it. I'm guessing those were also off the rack. Just like bring the cuff up of the legs a little bit, and then he'll be Gucci. All right, he's Elliot Page. I fucking dig it, and I would like him to also dig it. But if he's fine with this outfit, that's cool. That's his decision. I'm just saying, if it were me, I would want the suit jacket to come up a little tighter here when I have it closed, because when you have it closed, it will give more of the feeling of belonging in your suit, of belonging in your clothes. You know, that's what I've been taught, and that's the reason why I'm refusing to wear the suit that I've got from Men's Warehouse until I have it tailored properly, because the last time I wore it to a political thingy for the Arab Community Alliance of Tampa Bay, I felt like I looked back at myself in videos and I looked like a box. I'm like, okay, I thought I looked all right, and nobody complained about it, but I'm still thinking, like, if I want it to look good for me and for me to feel good in the future, I'm gonna get that tailored in and brought in a little bit so that it looks tighter, looks a little slimmer for me. That's just my own personal opinion. No one has to take it on anyone's fucking weight if they don't want to. But that's just
okay.
All right. Like, that's the only complaint I had about Elliot Page in his involvement in the Odyssey at all. Not his acting, not the part that he played, not the work that he did to get in there, and not the consequences of his actions in the story. None of that. He did 10 out of 10, no notes, A+ work, good on him. Just, like, if you bought the suit off the rack, if you if you've got the time before the red carpet, fucking get it tailored, because that helps any man feel like $1 million. That's all I'm gonna say. Sorry, it's a thing with me. Okay, I can't help it. Like, am I being vain?
No. This is a good. This is a good distraction, because we spent a good chunk of it arguing about like how there are detractors who are putting down the newest Odyssey movie.
Come on, man.
Oh my god.
I promise I wasn't trying to be super distracting. I was literally just trying to fucking give folks the just my own hot take about Elliot's fashion abilities, but that's just me. Whatever. I hope that helps him out. If anyone else wanted to read other funny stuff about how right-wingers are reacting to this, I pulled up an article by Vanity Fair, written by Hilary Busis, that was written today, actually. The headline on it reads, Christopher Nolan's Odyssey is going to drive the right wing completely insane. Yay. That's the kind of good news I need in my life.
We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it here. A rip-roaring blockbuster secretly carrying a sober meditation on civility and intolerance, and Elon Musk is going to despise it. Ha! So they even fucking added it here. Christopher Nolan's adaptation of The Odyssey isn't out in theaters until Friday, but it's already the film that launched 1,000 tweets. For months, conservatives like Elon Musk have been having racist tantrums about Nolan's decision to cast Oscar winner Lupita Nyong'o as Helen of Troy, the most beautiful woman in the ancient world. They're also in a transphobic tizzy about casting Nolan casting Inception star Elliot Page as a Greek soldier. But angry as they were about a rumor that Page would play Achilles, the mythic hero with a bum heel, they're going to be furious about his actual role in the film, assuming they see it at all. They're not going to like the greater message of Nolan's Odyssey either. I'll tell you this right now. He is not Achilles. The fucking casting of it is right here. It actually says it in the fucking thing if you look at it on a regular Google search. He plays Sinon, who was a different soldier in Odysseus' company during the Trojan War. And if you know the story, you know who Sinon is. and it'll piss you off even more if you're a transphobic sack of shit. So eat it. Eat it, sit and spin. Every one of you. God, I fucking love it. Let me see here. And there's even a little snippet here from Entertainment Weekly, courtesy of Yahoo Entertainment, that'll also give you guys the article for that. The Odyssey reviews. What critics are saying about Christopher Nolan's take on the epic, which opens July 17th, written by Rachel Schufelt, and that was also printed today on the 15th of July. And I went ahead and put the links in the YouTube chat for people to read on their own time, on their own dime. And if you want to try and see the stupid thing, this is the stupidity that BBC wants me to do. I don't do that. Instead, I just went to Wayback Machine and I just opened it that way. So this is what I share with the peoples, is the Wayback Machine version, because fuck that. And, fuck off BBC. Give me back Doctor Who. Oh, it's on hiatus. Dumbass. I'll put you on hiatus. So, without any further digression about the odds of this of how this movie was made and all the stupid controversies and all that dumb shit, what are y'all's thoughts so far? What do you expect from this movie coming out? How do you expect it to work out?
Will be good.
I'm excited.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about it too. And the way that you went about it on tonight, yeah, honestly, it's like you said, it's not a spoiler because everything that you've talked about, yeah, no, 100% accurate, beat for beat. It's in the story, and we're gonna get and in the 2026 movie, you pretty much previewed us that it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I should fucking hope so. How about you, ladies? You looking forward to trying to get a chance to see it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And the funny thing is, the more people hate it because, it's so woke, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Or, you'll just go and see it just to spite those people.
They're just hating on it because it's it's going to be popular.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
so they want to drag it through the mud.
Yeah, but guess what? There are so many people that are extremely hyped for this.
Hate's gonna hate.
Hate's gonna hate.
Pretty much.
But guess what? For as many haters as there are hundreds more that are absolutely waiting for this to come out.
Yep.
On bated breath.
It's gonna be wonderful. I can't help it.
And you know what? If folks really want to know about the story of the Odyssey, dude, just either go to a library, check out a book, or go to a book, or find the book somewhere where you buy your books, whether it's at a bookstore or online. Or if you don't want to spend time reading and want to watch it on screen, the 1997 miniseries is actually available on Tubi for free.
Yeah, sure. Fucking yeah, why not? Just to update you on how that story came out. Yeah, by all means.
Yeah, so that way you don't feel spoiled if you want to go watch the new movie.
Yeah, or even from there, if you wanted to see just how deranged these fucking people who wanted to shit on it, just like you ladies said, they're just hating to hate on it. Here is just from Nerdrotics' version of his fucking take on all of it. It's all he's put out multiple fucking videos leading up to the release of the Odyssey, and it's still not even out yet. And every single thing, he's got some AI generated fucking exaggeration of people in it, just give you an idea here. He's got a fucking thing of, the Odyssey backlash is a disaster. Will it flop? And he's got fucking AI generated Elliot Page and Christopher Nolan and Lupita Nyong'o embracing while downvoted or whatever the fuck. What else have they got here? Hypocrisy. It's about sending a message. The Odyssey hypocrisy explained. fucking fixing what wasn't broken. Christopher Nolan is redefining the Odyssey, or rather redefining the Odyssey for modern audiences. WTF is the Odyssey backlash goes nuclear. WTF Nolan, with this like fucking AI generated picture of Elliot Page as Achilles with a wooden shield and a wooden sword, and making Lupita Nyong'o have like crooked eyes or whatever the fuck. Fucking here, an absolute triumph. The Odyssey is the greatest film ever, according to Access Media shills. AKA, the idiot from Nerdrotic is fucking jealous that he couldn't get an advanced screening, so he fucking complains that everyone who got to see it is just a paid shill. Paid in what? I didn't get paid shit. In fact, I paid money to the theater. I bought popcorn and a freaking soda and a freaking little box of Bunch of Crunch because I like to mix my Bunch of Crunch in with my popcorn. It's fucking sweet and salty. It's yummy. If anything, I should be fucking pissed that I paid money to the theater, but I'm not. But like fucking see what they fucking do with these thumbnails. It's all to get people who already agree with their stupid ass pretentious asshole moves to click on it. You have fucking Elliot Page in like a freaking pajamas with the transgender stripes on it. Matt Damon as the Team America puppet. Fucking Elliot Page down here is a fucking ventriloquist puppet, a dummy. Like it's all just for him to be fucking like a spiteful sack of shit. And this is all just from one fucking guy who cranks these stupid videos out because he knows that he has to have the volume to make any sort of cash on himself. And see, even here is like, the Elliot Page's Oscar bait role revealed. An honest review of the Odyssey featuring Chris Gore. Basically say like, that this is just meant to be like just cheap Oscar bait or whatever the fuck, man. Fuck you. This is just a stupid little jealous and immature and not to mention mediocre white boy who doesn't know how to fucking grow up. And this is coming from me, who doesn't know how to fucking grow up. And this is the dumb shit that he fucking cranks out. Like he's still having Helena Troy, fucking Lupita Nyong'o crying, a shitload of Oscars swimming around, and Elliot Page just made it to an Oscar because like this is just bait, and like he doesn't really care about storytelling, like as if these fucking guys actually care about storytelling. They didn't give two squirts of piss about the Odyssey until the cast got announced, and that's when they started to try to figure out how to grift off of this shit, not how to actually to take interpretations into it. So fuck you. Mother of God. Ugh. Well, they wanted people pissed off. They got me pissed off. I hope they're happy. Except I'm not watching their stupid ass fucking videos. I'm making my own to counteract, to do some COINTELPRO on their stupidity. Because fuck them. They don't deserve to have that kind of clout. And I'll rework everything in the algorithm later on so I can make sure that those dorks that they fucking try to sucker in come in and watch this stuff so they can actually see how things turn out in actuality with our review of the movie. So yeah, no, we're like you mentioned, Dragonfang and Zayana, the fucking hate on this is forced. It's fucking cheap. It's fucking like just exaggerated just for the sake of cheap heat. And fuck them. But tell you what, if you ladies really want to watch it, and if there's a theater nearby y'all, I'll spring y'all for tickets if you want.
Aww.
I could be nice. I'm nice like that. I could do that.
Very nice.
I want to try at least, and then I'll pay for Angel and Jose to go see it in the theaters over here. And I'm going to make sure that you guys see it in the IMAX theater wherever you can, because it is that fucking good.
Okay, but Wanto, you don't have to go out of your way for all that, man.
Jose, if I'm saying that I want to pay for you guys to watch it, it means I want you to experience that shit.
All right. Jesus, we're not going to argue it.
Why are you looking a gift Trojan horse in the mouth, Jose? Whatever. All right. I'll get us wrapped up over here. Dragon Fangs, Ayana Rose, your final thoughts, ladies, on the discourse, the discussions, the fucking review, which isn't a fucking actual review of the movie. It's the fucking, it's just me spieling about the story. I literally was reading half of that shit off of the Wikipedia page. So, your thoughts on how this is going to turn out, your thoughts on this story overall? What do you
I think
think?
it's going to turn out well.
Yeah, especially because it's paying homage to the book. It's most of the order is there. They're following the order of the story, which I like. Because you know how it goes when they like to omit certain things
Yeah.
to shorten it? It doesn't flow that well. But how it's set up, it's gonna do well.
I promise you, it is going to do very, very well, and you're going to love it. And you're going to love how
And
it's
it's
going to
also
turn out.
the fact that it's like the reverse. It's very much just like a reverse for me. When people like always hype up something so much and it gets just like
Too hyped.
overhyped, then I don't want to watch it. Now these people are like, oh, it's gonna be terrible. Me.
Okay, now I want reverse psychology. Now I want to watch it more. Thanks, guys.
Like, oh, now I really want to.
It's just like those little memes. Wait, it's gonna be horrible. The people who want to watch it. That's cool. That's your opinion.
Or it's like, wow, you didn't need to keep selling it to me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, God, I already excited to watch it. You don't need to sell me on it. Thank you. Oh my God.
It's like now I want to watch it more, just to spite you.
Y'all are gonna love it. I promise you're gonna fucking love it. It's the shit. And it's like, well, I'm not trying to fucking hype too much, but like, you're going to love how all this turns out. And once everything falls into place while you're watching the story, it's gonna click, and you're like, okay, that's what Juan meant. Okay, that's cool. That fucking makes sense. And you're gonna fucking love it. I promise that. I can promise you all that. And yeah, and it's gonna be excellent. I guarantee it. I just hope that I didn't reverse psychology you guys too much and make you not want to watch it now. So I apologize if I did. So that's what you mentioned. I don't want that. I don't want to have accidentally done that to you just now.
No, I want to watch this. I'm talking about the haters.
Okay. All right, just making sure. I'm just making sure. All right. Okay, Jose, your final thoughts on the Odyssey by Christopher Nolan and this whole story tonight, and what can we expect on Friday night's edition of Wrestle Rewind?
Well, as I stated earlier, as I stated a while back, honestly, the way you took us through this, without giving away spoilers, the way you previewed it for us, the Christopher Nolan version that will be coming out this Friday, it's freaking awesome. It sounds like it's going to be great. I've already read enough good news in terms of the numbers. Like, it's expecting to break $100 million in opening weekend. I can see why after the way you talked about it. So, yeah, no, I am looking forward to it. And I'll reiterate what I said a while ago. If guys want to learn about the Odyssey, like, there's plenty of different sources to go through so you could be educated. I mean, it's not a secret, you guys. It's not considered lost media. There are books available. The miniseries is on Tubi.
There's the original fucking book that's available. You don't have to fucking try and fucking act as if you're being spoiled on the actual tale. Just the way it's interpreted, just this flavor of it, you're gonna love. I can tell you that.
Exactly. Precisely. Now, for Friday night's edition of Wrestle Rewind, which is every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube Big Kick, join me and my tag partner, Mr. Juan Arouse, as we review three of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. On this week's edition, we'll be talking about a women's triple threat match on NXT. Whoever wins will challenge Kendall Gray for the NXT Women's title. And on this week's edition of AEW Dynamite, once again, the women of wrestling take center stage as Willow Nightingale leads a team of Maya World and Japanese and Heian versus the team of Mercedes Moné and the AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Divine Dominion, Megan Bayne and Lena Cross. And I'll have plenty more details to talk about on this week's edition of TNA Impact. But right now, Juan, back to you.
All right, thank you very much for that, Joe. All right, I'm going to take y'all off the screen, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much, and I'll wrap us up. So, yeah, the Odyssey is a fantasy epic. It is an epic tale of the will of man and the divinity of the gods intervening in the world of man. There's a Greek hero with a tragic flaw he's smart. He's fucking one of the smartest warriors to have ever lived, and sometimes that makes him overconfident, and then you have consequences. That being fucking said, the way the tale turns out, the way this interpretation by Christopher Nolan turns out it's actually quite prescient. It's actually kind of poignant as to how things are going to turn out in our modern culture and that kind of stuff. And maybe, just maybe, you want to think about those things, and maybe, just maybe, it'll make you want to consider them as you go along in this story and revisit it as people usually would. If you're going to be an a-hole about it and argue in bad faith, then there's nothing I could say to you that will change your mind, because the only thing you're really interested in is trying to make a cheap buck off of cheap rage baiting. And good on you. I've got no idea what it's like to not have a soul, but I'm glad that it's working for you. You do you, boo-boo. You can go ahead and be a soulless grifter, and me and the rest of the world will just do our own thing. Living authentically and coming to our own conclusions and enjoying stuff, fucking having fun with our movies and our video games and our conventions and our pro wrestling shows and shit. Fun is still allowed. Even in this dark day and age that we live in, fun is still allowed. So if that's a problem to you, I got nothing for you. If you just want to be a miserable sack of shit, you go and be miserable. I won't. I would rather let myself be away from home for 18 years and fucking come back only to kick the shit out of everybody with bow and arrow. And just in case anyone has any doubt of whether or not I would actually include kicking someone's ass with an actual bow and arrow, let it be known that we here at the Ravens Flock do believe in home defense. Remember that, it is important. So, yeah, I don't care. Like, I'm not saying, oh, I'm pretending I'm cool, and no, we do actually have archery that we can actually use in home defense. We do keep things around for ourselves. Other tools, other implements for home defense, so I can do that, and I don't care. But to make those kind of arguments all over a movie that they're not even really interested in watching to begin with, because they just want to be contrarian assholes, that's just silly. And I hope that people will come watch this movie, which comes out Friday, July 17th, and to a theater near you. I just sounded like the movie phone guy. And however it turns out, you better believe that we'll be discussing the aftermath of this film coming out, and after everyone's had a chance to see it, because I do actually want us to be able to discuss it after we've all seen it and give our take and give our freaking opinions on it then. And we'll do it right here on this show, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock, The Black Files, hosted by yours truly, Juana Rouse. Be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell, stay up to date on all our content, become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell right here on our platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files. Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. For Jose Casabona, Dragon Cosplay, and Zion Rose Cosplay, I am Juana Rouse. This has been the Black Files, and